Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Guilty Gear 2 Overture. I am Akeluus. If you're just joining me for the first time, this is kind of an experimental LP as I delve into the realm of real-time strategy games, or this game at least in particular. I'm just trying to see how well I can fare through this type of game. I've been inspired by all of the LP episodes of things I've been watching lately. A few of my contacts have been playing a lot of command type RTS games, and they're enjoyable videos, and they seem to have a fairly decent following. So I'm just gonna try my paw at this kind of game and see what comes about it. During this campaign mode, it's mostly tutorial, but during the meat of it, you'll get more of a sense of the real-time strategy element, as well as huge sweeping battles where you're not building anything, but you travel with an armada, and you basically go head-to-head with an enemy armada. So it has that element in it. It also has, interestingly enough, racing game elements in it, as well as fighting game elements. It's just chock full of all kinds of good stuff. I like the concept of it and everything you can do. It's just a tremendously hard game. It's extremely difficult. It's one of the hardest RTS games I have personally ever encountered. Well, without further ado, we'll move on to the primary mission. Long ago, there was a conflict called the Crusades, a cynical war between humanity and their living weapons known as gears. The Great War went unbroken for 100 years and came to a close with humanity's victory. Most gears were destroyed, and the majority of their survivors ceased to function, entering a dormant state. Presently, only certain gears are safeguarded for their worth as data. Yeah, see, that's pretty much the meat of all of the Guilty Gear games, outside of all of the different weird characters like Axel Lowe and Mary and Johnny and Eddie and Venom and goddamn Melia Rage. Anyway, Illyria Castle. Between the throne and the alcove, an early summer rain falls on the stone-built palace, giving it an irregular rhythm. A young monarch listens to the beat as he stands near a window, staring off into empty space. His wisdom and courage are enhanced by his determination, his balanced physique, and his beauty. Whatever. He used his abilities to the greatest extent possible, rose to the top, and became the king of a nation. At an exceptionally young age, he attained the highest honor, but even then, his heart was not satisfied, I'll say. That's Ky they're talking about. I actually think his story in this game is kind of cute. But yeah, that's the story in a nutshell. And in this episode, we will be meeting Ky for the first time. Some of you will be able to place his voice right away. He's in a game I just finished playing. He's in everything.
It's raining a lot. I hope that doesn't affect the harvest.
Your Majesty.
Huh? Oh, my apologies. Continue your report.
Those are the demands of the United Nations.
Certain you've got it by now.
In reality, it is a revocation of the King's supreme command
Ky
authority.
Kiske.
What would you like to do?
So I become their puppet, or divide the whole world into a civil war. I don't like either option.
You have us, my lord.
That's right. Avoid contact with the guild for now.
Those guys following him are the larger melee units.
Yet another bolt.
The heavens must be lamenting the infidels.
Pretty difficult to take on at ground level.
I have a bad feeling about this. Thunder does not erupt from nothing. It needs a storm. On that note...
About the disappearance of the gears, we have a total of 40 cases reported, including those not subdued.
5 cases this week. It's accelerating.
It is indeed mysterious, Your Majesty, but it is harmless for now.
As for the remnant magic, We thoroughly investigated the matter as you ordered, but we could not find anything.
Since gears were unnatural beings to begin with, perhaps they have reached the end of their lifespan.
There are other matters that require your attention, my liege.
I understand what you're saying, but as long as we don't know the cause, we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Please, continue investigating.
What is the matter, Sir Ky? You look as if you're in a hurry. Is something worrying you?
You're not hired to speculate, you're hired to do my bidding! You got a point, though.
What's going on?
Are you safe?
Your report.
We're under attack. The enemy's aim and identity are still unknown. They're soldiers I've never seen before. The royal guards are fighting back, but our magic spells aren't working.
Understood. I'll be there shortly. Let's go.
As you wish.
That is a foot soldier unit.
Oh, and please summon him. Send a message throughout the country.
Him? But sire, you don't mean...
As monarch, I must prepare for the worst. This incident. I have a feeling it won't end with our kingdom of Illyria.
Guilty Gear 2! Overture. Was that, Oh, yes. Some of these are... Yeah, see... event only, that just means it's cinematic and story that takes place. I'll be running these, I guess, in that case, kind of in tandem with each other. So, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to not, like, basically number these by their chapters, but just make them episodes. I gotta keep better track. Only a select few of them are actually, like, event modes. Since this pretty much bleeds into this episode, and that was just to kick you off with, like, some story, I'll go ahead and start this now. Just so we can actually get some gameplay in. And hopefully these will go fairly quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure why power cord is wrapped all the way around the headset cord. Anyway, Illyria was raided by unknown armies. Countless footsteps and battle cries resounded within the castle walls. As head of the army, King Ky Kiske himself led the counterattack, but even the magic of his elite soldiers was useless against the onslaught. Nevertheless, the soldiers of Illyria boldly continued to fight back. The state of the battle teetered on the edge, and Ky began to feel uneasy. Countless foes were cut down, but their assault still continued. Were the enemy waves gradually increasing? No, it wasn't an illusion. There were no signs that the enemy forces were dwindling. Even if Illyria's elite soldiers were dispatched, they're still human. Fatigue would eventually set in. If they kept going at this rate, the outcome would be clear. Something trickled down Ky's forehead, blurring his vision. Was it blood or sweat? Wiping his face with his cuff, Ky picked up his sword. Once more, he would have faith in the support of that outlaw. They refer to a lot of different people as him, or that, or this, or her, or whatever. I like that. It keeps things obscure if you don't know exactly what's going on, but that's a Japanese thing, I guess. I normally keep this on, like, Japanese language with subtitles just to preserve the authenticity. In a world far in the future.
Humanity succeeded in developing an endless energy called magic. However, even this obtained wisdom was not enough to discard mankind's foolishness. Tension among the major powers led to the creation of living weapons based on magic. Gears. Justice, the herald of destruction, the only gear with the ability to command the legions of living weapons, suddenly revolted and declared war on all of humanity.
See, folk, just like I said.
That was the beginning of the worst war in history, the Crusades. In response,
though I never knew exactly
formed the Sacred Order of Holy
what they were
Knights,
crusading for, other than just, survival.
With her fall, all gears ceased to function and entered a dormant state. The long-lasted crusade conflicts came to an end, and it seemed like humanity
I
restored
really wish you could play Dizzy
However, true
from
history
Guilty Gear Double X.
yet to reveal.
It's one of my favorite. No, no. Dizzy, yes, would be fun. But Zappa would be awesome. And just to see what kind of units Zappa would summon. Zappa
This sign. Isn't this a picture
is a
of
character
you?
who is wanted by the
I taught you how to read.
Post-War Administration
Wanted
Bureau
dead or alive?
because he is literally
He's beating
a man
you up,
possessed
as usual.
by
This is
many
a
different
bounty then,
spirits.
right? What stunt did you pull?
You got it wrong. It's Ky's messed up way of calling for help.
Ky? The king?
What you gonna do? You wanna
Want
go?
to be hackers?
That's not even funny.
Crackers, slackers?
You think I want to deal with the king?
Why not, Sasuke? Ah, yes. Those are important. So are they, because we get to beat the shit out of them.
Where are we? This is a strange place. We got split from everyone.
But those
I
units,
get feedback though. A key is reacting. Let's just
those
control
girls with the twist wrenches
They don't
aren't
seem
units
normal.
that normally come
Coming
up
this way, and are showing obvious signs of
in the
hostility.
exhibition
Should I
matches.
take 'em?
This is the only time they ever appear.
Something seems wrong. Don't let your guard down. They're acting strange.
Don't treat me like a kid.
At fairly soon,
What the heck? There's more coming.
they will tell you pretty much how each enemy works. There are light enemies, there are melee enemies, there are projectile enemies, and there are stronger versions of all three of those types. This map I'm on right now is
Wow, how exciting is this?
it's like an infinity sign, if I remember correctly. It's pretty much one of the smaller maps. Critical down of Saul or Sin. If either of us dies,
What a drag.
we will be defeated. Let's see how well we can get through this.
Mission start.
Let's get it over with, old
Let's
man.
get it on. These things marching through right now are called capture units. They do very little damage. Basically what their job is, as capture units, is to capture the nodes. Ah, that's right. That's what the L trigger does. You hold it down and it works like lock-on, only you continuously face
What a pain in the
one
ass.
direction.
I'll finish them off all at once.
It's handy if you're fighting a whole shitload of people.
Old man, magic has no effect. It gets canceled out.
There's noise in my head again. Is my magic going through a phase variation?
The explanation of magic in this game is kind of bizarre,
My arm.
but
Damn. She's bound me.
Dispel it!
it makes
It's
kinda,
an invalid
it makes
access
some kind
cord.
of sense.
They're using a tuning outside of the 12 steps?
What do we do?
Impossible.
Damn.
This phenomenon,
I can't
it
take
can't
The
be.
12 steps.
If you keep fighting like that, they're just gonna keep producing more, you know.
Who's there?
Ooh, no need to raise your voice, man. I'm on your
Easy now.
side.
Huh? I can hear him in my head. What are you?
Details later. Your priority is to get rid of the ghost first.
Ghost?
I swear I've heard his voice before,
These little guys are called capture
but I
units.
can't
They don't have much power, but if you leave them alone, infinite numbers will be
place
produced
it.
from the ghost.
Who cares? They're all weaklings.
It's not that easy, man. Capture units restore life for nearby comrades, you know.
So you're saying we have to get rid of that first, or it'll be hard to beat the others, huh?
Oh, you are a fast one. Okay, just give me a second. Yep. It's a little last minute, but magic should be useful now.
Alright. More fighting going on. That thing you was talking about earlier with the 12 steps seems like gibberish. But basically what it is, in our world, in the Guilty Gear universe, in order to perform magic, there's a shitload of stuff you have to do first. It's called the 12 steps, is basically what the formula is. It's all kinds of rigmarole you have to go through in order to use magic correctly, like abracadabra, hocus pocus, and some finger waves and stuff like that. It's all of that stuff in a nutshell. And when magic was used on Sin, all of that was pretty much foregone, and magic was done, which is what's confusing Saul right now. So he's trying to figure out how the hell that's taking place. It's not tremendously important. It's just a format around how things work in this game. What's a ghost? That thing right there is a ghost. Back off. And I have a max meter, which means and that's one of Saul's special moves from all the Guilty Gear games. There we go. All I had to do was hit it once.
Nice. Now the capture units won't be produced.
What's with that guy? He's strong for a human.
So all that's left are those over there?
Those are different from capture units, right?
Yep. Those are servants. They're, combat soldiers.
Combat soldiers? So they're an organization?
Questions later. Unlike capture units, their attack abilities are high, so be careful.
I see something in the back.
Damn it, it's killing me.
Oh, you are good!
Shut up, phone.
That is a master ghost. It's a ghost that calls the servants forth.
This feeling, it's like my consciousness is being contained. It can't be a soul sinker.
So basically, you're saying all we have to do is beat that master ghost?
Yep. If you do that, the servants won't be able to come out no more.
Messages.
What a drag.
I'll deal with that later. Basically, it amounts to I have plans tomorrow. I really forgot to fix all of the video options for recording and such. Sometimes these things just get ridiculously huge, but I'm hoping, now that I have mastered the art of 16:9, that I can make these things nice and crisp. What I don't like a lot about recording some of these videos in really high definition is that, at least for my upper tier systems, it tends to, for some reason, diminish the frame rate. I'm guessing it does that because there's just a lot to process. Combat knowledge. Servants can come on strong to left or right arrow if you see servant attacks and react to whatever they dish out. Given. If you depress the L analog, hit the enemy master ghost. You depress the left.
It looks like capture units regenerate their allies.
Analog, when you're not locked onto anything, you get into race mode.
It's time.
And you can just literally plow right through these things, and it gives you points for doing so.
Shut up.
Get up.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
In order to perform an aerial combo, who's next? No. You have to press the jump button, like, in a timely fashion. In the regular Guilty Gear game, you have something called a dust attack. And dust is a special button that performs a slow attack, but very strong.
You come this far, it's a piece of cake.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's very strong, and it's specifically used to launch the enemy up into the air for a long time. The dust attack launches the enemy into the air for a long time, and you can immediately follow that up with a jump and a sizable aerial combo.
I cleaned up the mess.
Damn, that was like crazy. You're just what I thought.
Hey,
What the
why am I
hell?
still bound?
Do you know me or something?
We have our work cut out for us.
Where are we? Isn't this the city? There's a response, but...
Whoa. There's more. What's up with them?
A master ghost, 2 ghosts, and 6 servants. With sin like this, we're at a disadvantage.
No problem. You know, in situations like these,
Ah yes, our...
What the? Isn't this a master ghost?
Wow! No way! Did you already grasp the incantation? Ho, time out, wait. Those are your capture units.
Those are mine?
And the thing back there, that's your master ghost. See, in other words, that's your soul itself, don't you know? So, if that gets destroyed, then, you die.
So it is a soul sinker. And to think it embodies that.
Listen up. You see that ghost over there? It hasn't been
They're
caught by the
usually
enemy.
very
It's an empty
unspecific.
ghost. So, if your capture units control it first, it'll be yours.
How do I do that?
Capture units automatically go to the nearest ghost, and if a couple of them come in contact, well, it becomes your ghost.
What a drag.
Saul's like, they're helping me out. Fuck this shit. Now, the thing about the capture units, as weak as they are, and as sorry as their defense is as far as standing up to your own attacks and the attacks of your units, when it comes to capturing ghosts and doing damage to master ghosts, they are incomparable to, like, everything else. I mean, you have to wail away at a ghost in order to completely change its alignment to your side. Capture units, it only takes 2 of them, and that ghost is yours. Now, as long as a ghost is neutral, it won't produce any capture units, but if it belongs to any one faction of the board, it will start producing capture units. One of the most useful techniques in the game is to actually command a capture unit to attack for you, which is only useful when you're next to a ghost. Against ghosts, or against capture units, ghosts usually have no chance.
It's time.
So let's just start this one out. There we go. Now it's mine, and as you can see, it's pumping out little ghosties, or little capture units of its own.
Done. However, it looks like the ghost over there was taken. Plus, it seems like the servants get stronger just by being near it.
Don't worry. Even if it's an enemy ghost, you can gain control of it if a couple of your capture units come in contact with it. But if a capture unit detects an enemy, it uses all of its energy to attack. So if you want to take that ghost, you gotta take care of the enemies first, and hurry!
I guess I'll kick it up a notch.
The annoying thing about running from one place to another is if you hit the walls, you'll slow down. If you just kind of ping them when you're running, it'll slow you down just a little bit. If you hit a wall headlong, you will bounce into the sky and land on your face in the dirt, and you have to start all over again. So in missions where time is of the essence, you really have to be exact in how you steer, and you have to have a lot of finesse in exactly where you go. You can also control the throttle and the speed of your run by holding forward or back. Controlling ghosts. You can take control of a ghost with Saul's attacks, but Master has little effect on them and won't be sufficient.
What a drag.
Capture units and servants are more effective on ghosts. Exactly as I said before.
It's time.
Get up. You want some of this too? Are you? Let's just put an end to this thing.
It seems that capture units convert the energy of its existence into the attack itself.
Protect your capture units!
My capture units are fine.
You can't let the enemy's capture units go near the ghost!
I just have to control the capture units coming from this side. That big glowing field right there will prevent me from getting any further at this particular time. My capture units have already taken that one.
Alright! Hell yeah! Old man, all you have left
If
is
two
the
capture
Master
units
Ghost.
from opposing factions meet one another,
Wait a minute. Take a look
they
at
will
that
cancel
there.
each other out.
Is that a protective wall? Doesn't look like any existing magic spell.
Yep. As long as that barrier's there, most of your attacks won't have any effect. On the other hand, that barrier's a piece of cake for your servants.
What do you mean, servants? Do I
You
look
will
like
in a
I
moment.
have any?
I'm gonna let you borrow my powers, so don't worry about it, okay?
I'm gonna release the powers in you that you normally won't use.
Here I am, sir.
This is summoning magic? Wait, this magic is optimized beyond
That's
the
right.
12 steps. It's my magic being summoned.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics, but those are your servants. Yeah, I just made your powers suitable for combat, you know what I'm saying?
Wow! What an avant-garde form!
Yeah, they're gonna fight on their own, so just do whatever with them. Oh, and one more important thing. Servants can take out strong barriers, but only you can finish off the Master Ghost. You gotta do it right, you know what I mean?
The units that Izuna just helped Saul to create are called the Drill, specifically. And it's funny because it doesn't matter what language you set the game on, they always speak English. It just, you know, if it's really just a difference between, you know, regular English and sort of awkward English. But it's funny to hear them in the Japanese version, how they speak. But those are our regular old ground units, melee abilities, no long-range abilities, and my servants will they are pretty effective against capture units. Capture units really only have like just 1 point, and they're only good for capturing ghosts. Barriers.
Mission start.
It's time.
Something put their defense up. What do I get? A bomb. Bomb's pretty self-explanatory. Hey, Goyles. Have this. Let's see, who else is around? If you are attacking a shitload of enemy units, and the commander just happens to be in the middle of them...
This ain't easy. Looks like servants are better at destroying
Yep.
the barrier. This protective wall is a cluster of virtual numbers. So servants function as interfaces too, huh?
Using the D-pad, you can command your servants to follow various commands.
Go first. Leave this to me. Stay. Go first. Leave this to me. Scatter.
The up on the D-pad will tell your enemies to advance on a particular target. Left will... What does left do? Doesn't do anything right now. What does right do? Right is hold position. Down is run the fuck away. Now that the barrier is down, it's going to be a little easier for me to personally do damage. My servants will do moderate damage. Their primary job was to take care of the barrier that was like covering this thing. But just like Izuna said, I have to be the one to break it down and administer the last hit. Otherwise it just stays up there. Doesn't matter how many units are on it. Oh.
Old man!
Oh, he'll be fine. He's just tired because he's used powers he's not used to having.
We don't have time for that. There are still remnants.
Can you,
no.
move yet?
No. Hey, the bind wore off.
He's strong. Strong.
Hey, we're using water jutsu.
We must report to Miss Valentine.
Sin, stop him.
Leave it to me.
Race mission. Blast drive, that is what it's called. How to drift is left and right on the left analog and use the A button. Like I said before, increasing the throttle is up or down on the left analog. Losing speed is technique, it's a convenient move, but you can lose some time if you crash into the wall.
There's a battle to be won. Mission start.
Ready?
This is not as easy as it may appear. Blurk! But that's what happens when you hit a wall.
Ready?
It took me a long time to get the hang of this.
Don't stop. We still have time.
I have to get used to the...
Don't forget your falling techniques. Make use of it in combat. What are you doing? Don't
Got
let me
it.
get away.
Wow. Who knew Saul himself could be so annoying? Punch it. Jeez, sometimes you can just nick a fucking wall and like land on your ass. Everybody has their own distinct way of handling. Go. Come on.
Ready?
Hi, Goyles. Wait, where are the rest? Oh. Got something for me? Girls can't aim for shit. There's the last one.
Ready?
I think I'll have some fun with you. Crunch. That forward X technique's pretty effective. You just have to have some distance between you and the enemy.
I told you.
Looks like Ky Kiske from rival schools.
Yeah, that's right.
Wish I could find that game.
It's over.
Wish I still had it.
We are useless now. Let's eat. We have no purpose anymore.
So they just seppuku.
They self-destructed. What's up with these guys?
Never mind. So what kind of freak are you? Are you a gear?
You can see me already? You're amazing!
Hey, I can see too! What the? Those are some sadistic ears you have!
Oh, that's rude. These are the real deal. And after I saved you...
You and those things have been using irregular magic I've never seen before. Is the backyard involved with this?
Ding!
As a command unit,
The backyard is what now?
Izuna is mostly a buff guy. And
It's a
support.
virtual space.
That's too short.
It's the other way around. This world.
You really have to kind of be an advanced guy in order to make headway with him.
For over 100 years, it was assumed to exist in theory. It's the term used to give reason to the 5-element configuration. In other words, it's something that conveys the information that defines the fundamental truth of this world. The magic we use is different from the alchemy that uses resources from present numbers. We forcefully borrow some kind of reason from that something. It's an obscure world that our magic temporarily accesses to gain power, though extremely restrictive. That world is called the backyard.
My bad, but can you explain that one more time?
Just as the Earth can't exist if there's no universe, this world can't exist unless we have that.
I think it's kind of derogatory to refer to Izuna's world as the backyard.
Yeah, sure.
So in other words, the backyard is like a book that has the theory of this world written on it.
He essentially lives in the universe of the yokai.
I'm so lost. Well, not that that matters. I'm Sin. You saved us back there. Thanks.
Oh, well. Wait, I don't have time for this. You all need to come with me, okay?
Wait. Who the hell said I'm gonna be friends with you anyway?
You don't have the time to say stuff like that, no? Don't you want to know about those things from earlier?
Start talking.
My name is Izuna. Like you said, I'm connected with the backyard. And those things you saw earlier are the Vizuel. I don't know why they do it, but they destroy any gear they come across. I think, Saul, they were probably after you.
What did you say? Now that you mention it.
Saul, who doesn't know about you?
Yeah, I'll explain that later. This is the main part, okay? Those Vizuel started to attack the kingdom of Illyria. I don't know why, but they're attacking in hordes.
Huh? The kingdom?
So that's why Ky called me. Did something happen to the Maiden of the Grove?
Old man, are you thinking of going there?
Quit babbling. We're going.
Sin seems unnaturally worried about going to the castle. A number of you are probably astute enough to figure out why, unless you, played this game already. S rank, not bad. We got through that in a pretty decent time. I got the grade of ass. Which are usually my initials in any fighting game I play. Not just kidding. I guess they don't let you do that anymore. For the sake of being able to adequately cut this video, because at a higher processing rate, it takes a very long time to sync audio to this kind of thing, I'm going to cut this short. We have managed to finish that mission and the story mode before it, and you got to know a little bit about the universe here. So that's getting into the RTS elements of the game. It showcased our first unit as ground troops and all of that good stuff. But we'll be getting into more as we continue on, and we'll find out who all the other characters are in the universe of this game. And once again, I'd like to thank all you lovely animals for joining me on my RTS experiment Let's Play adventure of Guilty Gear 2 Overture. I am your host, Akeluus, and hopefully I'll see you in our next adventure. Until then, ciao.